What does this and this have in common? Well, other than the obvious that they're all tanks, they are also going to be all featured vehicles at the Aquino Tank Weekend at the Canadian Tank Museum, sponsored by Steel Aces. Yes, folks, it's a new weekend coming up where tanks are going to be rolling all over the place, and I have the honor of joining the crew once again at the Canadian Tank Museum and the Steel Aces team producing a new video game which we're going to look at today. But if you are interested in joining me and my team at the Aquino Tank Weekend, it is going to be so much fun. Make sure you check out the Canadian Tank Museum's website, and of course also Steel Ace's website for their video game that's going to be released soon. They have a Discord channel, and I've been playing the demo, and I wanted to showcase it to you today because it is a very fun game. Now, many of you know that in the past, my game channel that originally started, Matsmas Gaming, transitioned a little bit into more of a review of military equipment, but a part of my roots is playing video games, and it's nice to sometimes just enjoy, sit back, and put a game on to basically put rounds down range and knock out other tanks, and we're going to get deep into that today with Steel Aces. Once again, folks, big thanks to Steel Aces for supporting me, going to the Aquino Tank Weekend, and allowing me to showcase this video game to you in its demo configuration. Now, of course, this is a beta configuration, so it's not quite ready yet, but the full version will be coming up in the near future. Stand by for more announcements from that, particularly from the Aquino Tank Weekend. Some really exciting stuff coming from this game being announced on that weekend. But let's get into the video game itself and show you some of the features. So, of course, I decided to play as a Sherman, and the look of this game is absolutely beautiful. Considering this is not even the full version, I had an absolute blast playing this demo. Now, let's talk about the game's overall features. It's an upcoming free-to-play tactical shooter for PC, currently in closed beta, which if you want to get involved in, make sure you check out their website and you can get involved in some of the live beta testing that they do. It's set for public release in 2025, and as I said, stay tuned for updates, and it's being developed by Armative Studios, based out of Germany and Austria, and it's already gaining some serious traction, pardon the pun as I trundle across this desert terrain, with the tank sim community. Now, this isn't your average arcade-style tank game. Steel Aces is focusing on realism and honouring the historical accuracy, and first and foremost, I will say that Steel Aces have actually honoured the Canadian Tank Museum by making a unique vehicle, which I'm not going to spoil in today's video because I'll be releasing more content, but I did do a live stream recently. You can go check it out on there, but there's a very unique vehicle that was able to play on there. It was so much fun, but they're very much about honouring the historic prestige of these vehicles. I mean, this Sherman looks incredible. The dust effects, the sunset flying over here, but the visuals are just part of it. It's the fact that they have a lot of respect in the history of these vehicles. I think that's a big deal for me. For me, it's a big deal. Why is it a big deal? Because it's challenging other larger games that are out there. Fairly obvious ones, which we're not going to obviously name. But we're talking about over 1,000 armoured vehicles here. Everything from World War I monsters to potentially also modern MBTs in the future, which they are going to be working on. And they're all carefully modelled with no fictional tanks, no sci-fi nonsense, just pure metal history, which is why I love it. Come on, you big chunky girl, get up this hill. Everyone's struggling to get up this incline, including my Sherman. Come on, baby. Let's go. We've got some targets over the hill here. I'm going to try and knock them out. Now, the vehicles are split, obviously, into ranks from 1 to 10 for early 20th century tanks, and rank 6 and beyond for the post-1950 era. That means no janky matchups like World War I tanks going toe-to-toe with Leopards or T-90s, and everything is matched based on era and balance. World War I tanks are reserved for special game modes, which honestly is kind of brilliant. Now, let's talk about the gameplay. As we're getting into it, give me a second, I've got to knock out this vehicle here. Cromwell's about to have a really bad day. Come on, let me get my elevation and depression. There we go. Oh, she gone. And as you can see, it does have the, the reaction of the round, where it's hitting, where it's impacting, which I always love. Very cool feature there. Again, I think we all know of where that feature is relevant to a similar style game. But this is a really nice cross-compatible, I guess, basis of this game, is seeing those rounds go through the target, but also have the ability to, just bounce rounds off target as well. You don't have to have that that layover there if you don't want to. In fact, I actually had to turn it on. I didn't first realize it was there. You can see, though, that I'm actually getting some fairly good hits on some of these vehicles. Do have different ammunition types if you want to use different penetration values. I'm getting slammed right here. I'm not in the best position to be knocking out these tanks. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. But absolutely gorgeous look of this game. It's very, very, I guess, to me, visually pleasing. The gameplay alone, though, is just really addictive. It's fast, it's furious. You don't have to overthink this. It's literally find your target, engage, and move on. Oh, God, that was not the best shot in the world. I need to certainly work on my gunnery skills here. For positioning, flanking, and map knowledge, you really have to have some keen understanding here. You need to know where you're trying to penetrate these rounds, because if you're just shooting like I am all over the place, not actually making any penetration, you got to learn what kind of ammunition and where you're hitting the tank. So it's not, quote, arcade style to the point where you think, oh, well, if I just hit the solid metal of armor on tracks, then it's going to knock it out. It's not the case. You have to do a little bit of concentration here, which is really, really interesting, because in terms of progression, it is, of course, skill-based. You can't just buy your way to victory, and sure, there are collector vehicles and cosmetic items, but it's nothing in terms of a pay-to-win. And I know many of you are probably asking that, is it kind of a pay-to-win style? I've only been exposed to this game very shortly, but I can tell you, first and foremost, from what I've been seeing from the forums and people that are developing this game, it's not a pay-to-win. Every tank is balanced for a fair play, and that's a huge win for us that are tired of shelling out just to stay competitive. And if you're wondering about different game modes, Steel Aces has both PvP and PvE, and ranked matchmaking is based on your current tank's rank and its tier. So those are the plans to expand into more competitive esports formats, probably when the player base grows. So far, the devs have been super engaged with the community, though. Seriously, I've been in the Discord just watching and listening. In terms of the beta, they're very responsive and tactile. They have good feedback responses and forums there, which is a big deal when a game is quite juvenile as it is in this form right now. I love seeing a community that's active and wants to improve this game, and there's lots and lots of posts in the community looking at growing this game as much as they possibly can. The dev logs, gameplay sneak peeks, and actively responding to those inputs is a big deal. A big thing that I take personally in my lifestyle, both at home and at work, is kind of after-action reviews. What can I do better next time? I do feel like this game, just in the way that it's been put through its paces, is really doing that. And I thoroughly look... Hold on. I've got to take this stuff. Come on. Oh! I've just not penetrated this cromwell. See, again, it's not as easy as it looks. Oh, again, see, I took his track out, but I'm not... I really hope I get this kill. Oh, come on. Give me one more. Come on, loader. See, that was just my terrible skill basis. There's nothing to do with the game. I'm just not aiming correctly and using the correct ammunition to pen these tanks. And when I did the live stream, actually, a lot of people were screaming at the screen saying, "Matt, why aren't you using the right ammo?" I'm not a gamer, folks. I used to be. I'm a lot older now. I don't have a huge amount of time for... Come on, give me this one. Oh, give me another one. Ricochets are definitely a thing in this game, too. Yeah, I think I'm hitting the building there. See? You have to have a little bit of understanding of how ballistics work. If you're trying to aim in direct line of sight, you don't know how bullets and rounds fly through the air, you're going to have a hard time. Here we go. Let's see if we can take out this tank here. Moving target from right to left. Oh, he stopped just before I could give him a moving target engagement. Okay, that's a good hit. That's a good hit. That's beautiful. Right through his running gear. Give me another one of those. Woo! You see that bounce? You see that round bounce off the sand? That looked absolutely incredible. Loved it. Again, visually pleasing. I'm not going to get too deep into the features because a lot of them are quite similar to other games. We have the HUD and the map there, giving us various different opportunities to see what's going to be coming at us or we're going to attack. Of course, there are also the kind of modules in the center there, kind of giving you understanding of what's going on with your vehicle. You do have the ability for repair pack, health packs at the bottom there too, which is kind of neat. Hopefully I don't crush this bridge with my big fat Sherman, including my big fat body inside of it if I was driving around. The weight of me alone in that tank would crush this bridge. Just kidding. There we are, victory, back to the hangar. Folks, this game is so much fun. It's just quick and easy, simple to get into, and just honestly fairly addictive. I've just been playing the demo and a little bit of beta testing and live stream, and I've had an absolute blast. There's lots of different tanks to choose from. Right now, as I said, game is in closed beta, but they're gearing up for a public release. Get ready, folks. The Aquino Tank Weekend, there's going to be so many good points coming out from the team as to what's going on with this game. If you do want to get involved early, you can sign up through their official website or support them on Patreon for priority beta access and some in-game starter perks. I played a lot of tank games, folks, a lot, many, from World of Tanks, War Thunder, Steel Beasts even, you know, pure simulation. But this one's shaping up to be something a little special for me. It's got that perfect mix of that historical realism, visuals look great, some tactical gameplay there, and fair monetization that we rarely see in all one package. So if you're a fan of tank games like this, folks, check it out, give it a go. Go to the Discord, go to the website, have a look at it, see what you think. It's going to be coming out real soon here. I'm so excited to present this game to you at the Aquino Tank Weekend at the Canadian Tank Museum. Once again, folks, if you're joining me for that weekend, if you're in Canada, or maybe you're from North America, or maybe you're just from around the world and you want to come hang out with me, the Steel ACES team and the Canadian Tank Museum team, come hang out. There's going to be some really cool things going on, and potentially some giveaways, including giveaways from myself. So if you're all the way through this video so far, and you've got to this point, you're already a step ahead, because potentially, if you comment at the end of this video, Matt Aquino, all one word, Matt Aquino, you could potentially be lined up for the opportunity to get a giveaway that is going to be mind-blowing. So I'm just going to put it out there. Matt Aquino in the comments section. Make sure you put it in there, and of course, go check out their website. There's going to be lots more little to-dos for you to get this really cool giveaway that I'm going to be doing. Folks, thanks again for joining me. Let me know in the comments section what you think of this potential video game coming out, the gameplay. I know I'm not the greatest gamer in the world to present to this at the highest level, but at least trundling around in a Sherman for a little while was a good fun. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you want more gameplay on this, reviews or deep dives into maybe specific tanks or tactics in Steel Aces, please let me know. I've got many more videos coming in the near future discussing what this game could be about, and probably a lot more live streams, because I don't do enough live streams, and it's nice to kind of get involved in live streaming and showcasing games like this, because gaming is actually kind of what brought my channel to reality and where I am today. So thanks again, Steel Aces crew, for allowing me to demo and beta test this game. Can't wait to get to the Aquino Tank Weekend, and also thanks to the Canadian Tank Museum, who are supporting alongside the sponsorship of Steel Aces for this event and showcasing this wonderful game. Folks, I'll see you on the next one. All the best. Bye-bye.